you will want to get this certificate to be able to get a job. So if you don't, probably you won't be part of those who are jobless. But then is that actually solving our problem? At the end of the day, we have people who are pursuing this just to japa. We have this japa syndrome trending in the country, and we have lost a lot of intellectual capacities. Last year, about 40% of our properties left the country. Intellectual properties left the country. And now we are left with this dilemma. These are some of my site outreach, where I just took these pictures to show you guys some of the realities happening in underserved communities. Because those who could, of course, like I can, who could probably contribute, you know. And these are the phases of my life. At the point where I was a student, just trying to understand what I'm studying. There was a point where I was just so confused on how to navigate. And I'm here trying to solve a problem. I don't even understand if it's actually a problem I'm solving there. But then I'm just trying to find my roots. So I went back to classroom to assist in lecturing undergraduate students, and I discovered I have so lot of clients seated there who are also confused on why they are even studying engineering. And they don't even know where to go from there. So it became questions for me, and I was just thinking through what then is the way forward? What then should I do? And I'm looking forward to a time when we start having graduates that would actually solve problems in the communities. I'm talking about the underserved communities, where we can actually have the right infrastructure, where we can actually solve real life problems, right? So, looking through all these, I realized that the burden is high. And because we are not properly reinforced, we are not properly included, these are our realities as young graduates. This is really what we're going through at the moment. So a lot of things demand our intellectual capacity, but we don't really have the skills there to actually solve problems in our communities. And that's why we find ourselves, we try to fake it until we make it, and then we just get doing all manner of stuff. People jump on TikTok, begging for money, begging for food, shaking bombs, and just talking our problems, and we are not really going forward. So how do we fix these cubes? How do we fix this puzzle? It's quite challenging, because we are not just wanting to fix this problem, but want to make it sustainable. How do we roll? How long will it take to get these things right? And this is the point where we are. And I'm thinking through this process, and I feel that we need to go back to our grassroots. We need to go back to the foundation. And I mean not just going back to the primary schools, but at every level, at tertiary institution, how do we touch the base? At the primary school level, how do we touch the base? How do we imbue these guys with the right skills? How do we give them the right mindset? How do we prepare them for the future? And I think we need a platform, we need a space where we could have a cycle of young minds and then draw a balance between education and between solving problems. So we have absorbed education. We have 10, 6, 4 education system. But when you are done with this 20 years, you can't really solve any problems. So what's the point? So that's why 24th of March this year, we incorporated VishTech Integrated Innovation with the Corporate Affairs Commission of Nigeria to draw that balance, to be the scale where you can come and we train you, we give you the right skills, but we don't stop there. We give you the right mindset, system thinking on how to solve problems in your community. And so the first phase of our integration was to develop capacity. We brought fellow professionals together and shared the idea and trained them. What are these basic things we need to know? What are these fundamental mindset we all have to carry along? And this was our first phase of integration. And this is my lovely team members. Afterwards, then we started, because we needed financial capacity to run these things, we started developing products for clients. So we have different clients across who are also in diaspora and also in Nigeria to develop products for their companies. Like this is one of our products that we developed for connective solution, providing services to their clients. And then we also seize every opportunity to go back to our bases to train and retrain. This was one of our trainings, some of our trainings with undergraduates, teaching them skills, technical skills in engineering, technical skills as a student. What are the things you need to know to actually solve real life problems? So we keep on seizing those opportunities and finding our fruit. And at this point, this is the current phase where we are. we're currently having a camp ongoing right now. We started last month, which is going to run for the next 4 months. And by December, we're going to have a competition. We want these people to solve problems. And this is we testing the waters. So we brought together professionals to train these children, secondary school students, on these skills. And this is our last cohort section where we're equipping, we're doing the work, we're holding space for them. And we are letting them see, we're not just training you, but we want you to solve problems. So these are the beautiful souls, about 35 of them we have last month. And we train them on AI skills and digital literacy for business development. So we are beginning to change the narrative in our way. And this was the graduation ceremony last month. This made me feel that it seems what we're doing is making sense. And also an encouragement, because we saw them smiles. They sent a video and I watched and I couldn't hold my tears. Because this, and at this point, we are currently in Q2, and fortunately, UNESCO also accepted our application. So we are media and information literacy. And interestingly, it's one of our course for this month. And so currently, as we speak, we have our students in the camp taking the course. And this is where we want to get to. We want to get to a point where we'll have a space where we can invite you over. Because currently, one of the challenges we have is partnering for space and facilities. But this is our vision, and we hope to get there someday.